Hello, everybody. No, you do not have to tune your channel. I am actually a talking horse. Not really. I'm not a talking horse. It's just me. It's Shally, but I'm in a horse head costume to celebrate Halloween. So, happy Halloween, everybody. It is Friday, and you are indeed on Shally's Alley. Welcome. Let's do some scary sourcing today. How about that? Out here in the cornfield. I wanted to share a couple of sourcing tips today, and since it's Halloween, we're probably just going to have a short show, but I didn't want to miss out on connecting with y'all today. I'm going to turn the chat on, so if you want to chat along and just wish anyone happy birthday or happy Halloween or whatever, you can go ahead and do so. So I'm going to turn the chat overlay on right now. There we go. Whatever you type in the chat, hopefully should appear. So be nice, be kind, and happy Halloween. All right. First tip I want to share with you guys today is a tip on reverse image search. And this is pretty scary. Actually, I kind of scared myself with this one for a little bit there. I showed my daughter and I did a search on reverse image search on her and found a few posts that I probably wasn't intended to find, or at least she turned a fairly dark shade of beet at that time. So anyway, let me share my screen here and tell you what it is. I think I might have mentioned it before. It's actually called PimEyes. And I think, there it is. Okay, there. PimEyes.com. I invited my friend, Brian Fink, to be here today. Unfortunately, he has the flu. So he's not able to come, and sending him wishes to get well soon. It was kind of a last minute request, so that's totally okay. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and show you PimEyes. So this is PimEyes. I hope you can see my screen because I can barely see anything out of this horse head. What you do here is you basically just upload an image from the internet. Let's say it's an image of somebody that is on a blog or maybe GitHub or one of those other social networks, and you're trying to find another way to connect with them or somehow some social network or something that you can use to connect with them. So I'm going to use my buddy Brian's image here. So I'm just going to click on the photo, and it's asking me if I allow pop-ups. Oh, it wants to take a picture. Sorry, wrong one. I thought I was uploading a photo. I missed the button. Okay, there we go. So here's my buddy Brian. I'm going to upload the photo and see what happens. It's processing. Aha, it's saying I can add more photos if I want to, but I'm just going to go with one right now, and I'm going to go ahead and hit the start search. See what happens. Oh, wait, I got to agree to the terms. Yes, got to agree to the terms. So here we go. Let's see what comes up. It is actually working. And wow, look at that. It found a bunch of information out there for Brian. Some of these look the same, but here's the thing though. I know that these look like they're the same image. They probably are, just different crops and variations of it. But what's interesting are the sources. So check out all these different places where we can find Brian Fink. And if you were sourcing a particular person, trying to identify other ways to get in touch with them, you might be able to, say, for example, connect with him on Recruiting Daily. Over here, you can see that one right there. And actually, I think I can, what happens if I right click on it? Never did that before. Oh, it just shows the actual, yeah. Anyway, but there you have them on Recruiting Daily, perhaps on Simplify and Hopin. Look at all these different places. I mean, it just goes on and on and on and on. Here's other versions. So in case you're wondering, oh, Shally, it's just finding the same picture. No, these are edited versions of that picture, and it's not just finding the same picture, it's actually finding the person. So here's other ones. Here's some from a more formal page, probably their professional LinkedIn page or something, some more ads, all kinds of stuff. And it just keeps going and going and going. Look at that. There's even some pictures of looks like a video or something. That is definitely not Brian Fink, and that's definitely not Brian Fink. So we're now starting to get into like not the same person anymore, but that's okay. Up until right about here, it's still Brian Fink. Look at that. Pretty scary, huh? So that's just one of the many, many scary tools and techniques that we can talk about over the next little while here. I'd love to hear from you guys, though. What do you want to try and find? So let me return back to my share screen here. There we go. And, oh, interesting. We got no questions on the chat. Tell me something on the chat. What do you guys want to find? Is there anything in particular that would be of interest to you? I can definitely show you a few other tools and tips, but I wanted to, do something that's more, at least more useful to you immediately. If not, then no worries. We can go and do some social sourcing, if you will, some sock mint. There's another technique called social sourcing or sock mint that applies different theories from looking at people's blog posts to just looking at their social media activity. You can use, for example, username searches. Um, there's a bunch of different username search engines, and they allow you to find other profiles for that username. And when I say username, what I mean is think like Shally, for example. On Twitter, I am Shally, and if you took that username and searched on a bunch of other social media destinations, you would find other ways to connect with me. Like, for example, you might find, let's see, Facebook or Pinterest or Instagram. So I'm going to show you a couple of these here. All right, back to, darn it, I should have never stopped showing screen. I guess I should have just stayed on that share screen button. Here we go. Okay, back to share screen, and voila. Okay. So here's a couple of these. So check usernames is one of them, and you can see all of these different sources that it's checking. Once again, let's say that you have the person's username. This could be an email address or the beginning of an email address. Maybe it's Desert Rose 71 or something like that. I'm just going to put in Shally just to look for myself here and see what happens. So the theory is if it finds this username on that social network, then there's probably someone named Shally that's a user of that. Where all you see the ones that are available, this is the ones that are not matched. So there is no Shally on Vimeo. There's no Shally on, well, there's apparently a Shally just about everywhere except for a few places. All the other ones, there's a Shally on YouTube. There's a Shally on Wikipedia. I didn't know that. That's probably not me. LinkedIn, Twitter. So if this is a username of somebody that you're trying to find, you could go to all of these, and when you click on them, it'll take you to the page that user ID is and see if that actually is the right person. This is most definitely me. I didn't know I had one post there. And that is my weight. So I'm kind of a little, not really sure where that came from. See what I mean by scary? I mean, not like I'm trying to hide that I weigh 305 pounds, but like this is out there somewhere where I'm apparently a watermelon slice. So there you have it. Whole bunch of other places like that. Now here's another one. So this is called checkusernames.com. Another one is Noem. I think I've shown you this one before, but that's okay. It bears repeating. And again, same idea here, Shally, or if you have someone's username that is like from their email address, for example, let's try Brian Fink and see what we get. I've never done this one before. I've done Shally a couple times for demos. So available in a few of these, but not available in some others. So it looks like he may possibly have a Flickr account. Let's see if that's true. Flickr is photo sharing. Oh, it actually just took me to Flickr. It didn't take me to the Flickr username, but that's okay. I could easily go to Flickr and type in the username. I just clicked on the wrong thing there. So this is just KNOWEM.com. And here's another one. This one is called Name Check, but with a CH CHK. So namechk.com. Same idea. Celebrating my buddy Brian Fink today. Oh, got to check the CAPTCHA. Here we go. Now I can hit the search bar and see what happens. Aha. Oh, there's like a brianfink.net, brianfink.org. Look at that. But then here are usernames. I'm going to click on check usernames. See where they are. Oh, look at that. There's a Brian Fink on all of these. And then there's one more. Oh, it looks like it's not loading, so no, never mind that. All right, so I showed you 3 so far here. Checkusernames.com, noam.com, and namechk.com. Pretty useful techniques there. So let's see what's going on here. Any chat? Anybody? Oh, yeah, we got some chats. Cool. Unable to see my wizardry on ski. Ah, no. Uh-oh. I don't know why you couldn't see my screen. Oh, well. Sorry about that. At least you got the website names. Let's see, what else can we talk about? Classmates. That's an interesting one. So basically, the idea there is to find people that went to school with the same person. So that's actually just classmates.com. There's also Social Searcher. Let me see if I can try and share my screen again. I don't know why it didn't share last time, so give me a minute here. Find out what's going on. Share screen. Share. Okay. I see a window and a window and a window, so I think it's working. Okay. So I'm going to go to social-mention.com. An O. I don't think I typed an O. Man, horses don't have great vision, do they? Maybe it's just me. Oh, wait. I think I forgot to put my glasses on. Well, that might be it. Okay. Nope. All right. Social mention. Social searcher. There it is. It's social mention search. Okay. Social-searcher. I guess I was doing that wrong. Social mention. So it's social-searcher. I think that's all you really need right there. The other part, I guess it just takes it right to it. So here we can use a username, or we can use a hashtag, or like a conference event or something like that. So I'm going to do SourceCon because that was just recently, actually, like a couple weeks ago. So it's going to search for. This is absolutely free, by the way. I am not currently logged in. At least I don't think I am. So it's going to search for the hashtag in a bunch of different sources. Twitter comes up, as does I think Instagram and Pinterest and a few others. You can see Reddit is coming up here as well. So this is pretty cool because it's real-time social media search for that hashtag or username. But not only that, you can also get an idea as to where on the web these mentions are coming from, and other things like, for example, the sentiment analysis and other detailed statistics. So I'm going to click on that detailed statistics page to show you the other things that come up. What I've used this for in the past is to actually discover destinations that I didn't think of going to before because I didn't know about them. And also, in addition to that, usernames or influencers. Obviously, there's SourceCon, but there's Hiring Solved, there's Dean DaCosta. So you can see that there are other usernames and hashtags that are related to that particular search. So it helps you discover content beyond just the actual messages themselves. Checking back to see if we have any more questions on the chat here. Still unable to see my screen. Oh, why? Darn it. Okay, not sure why that's happening. I did click on share screen and I saw a screen instead of a screen, but oh well. Let's talk about something else then. So we got social searcher, we got username checks. Let's see. How about the 3-name search? That's one of my favorites. So for that, essentially what you do is you use the names of 3 people that are in the same space or the same industry, put them in quotation marks. So for example, Shally Steckrell and Glenn Gutmacher and Brian Fink, and look for them together. And what you should be able to find are the pages where all 3 of those people are listed. And usually that means that there are other people on that page that do the same kind of thing. So essentially, it's kind of like one of these tell me who you're with and I'll tell you who you are. More like tell me who you're with and I'll find other people that are also with you kind of thing. So let's go ahead and give that a try. I'm going to try one more time to share my screen. Share. Okay, see, I know that I'm looking at my screen, so I'm not exactly sure why it's not working, but I hope you can see this. I'm just going to go to Google. If you can't see this, I just went to Google and I'm going to type in with open quotations my name. Hopefully I can type that correctly. Close quotations, then a space, then Glenn's name, close quotations, then Brian, and hit search. Okay, I didn't type Brian's name correctly. Shame on me. So what do you get? Well, here's a LinkedIn post. And here's top 20 sourcing thought leaders you should follow. Well, bingo, there you go. So if you're looking for sourcers, here's got 20 of them. Why? Because Glenn and Brian and Shally are on that page. And here's another 17 others. Uh-oh, ad pop up. Bye, ad. All right. Let's see what else we can find. YouTube playlist. Oh, that's interesting because there's someone who has a playlist that includes videos from all 3 of us. And that's HRTX. That makes sense. Hopin, which is a conference. Speakers at the Sourcing Summit. Ronnie Bratcher's Twitter. So you can see how that works really, really well. And just put the names of 3 people that are affiliated. They could be speakers at a conference. They could be prominent industry leaders. People that are often at events or people that are often talked about or written about in the news, those kinds of things. So this technique works not just for names, but also for companies, by the way, and for products and services and so on. So let's see what other techniques we can use. Here's another one. Let's try this. You know what? I'm gonna get rid of the head here and see if that helps me see the screen. No, I can't do that because my microphone is on here. So now I can't get rid of my head. I can't lose my head. Okay. Well, you still can't see my screen? Okay, that is driving me crazy. That is so unusual. Normally, I wonder if it's because of the chat. Okay, well, no problem. We'll just stick to explaining things. One other thing I can explain about would be how to do some advanced people lookups. So I have a custom search engine. I'm probably going to have to send you or post the link here. That is essentially a meta people lookup search engine. So I'm going to put in here Brian Fink. Sorry, Brian. And post the resulting URL. So this is something of my own design. Take it or leave it, basically. Here is the link. That work? One did not work. Might be a little bit lengthy. Maybe somebody can shorten it because it's kind of hard to type with this thing on. But here's the entire thing. Maybe you can write that down. But that's the Google custom search engine that I created. And essentially what you do is you put in there the name of a person, and it will then search all of the content finders, all the contact finders that are out there. So Rocket Reach, Zoom Info, People, Radaris, gosh, you name it. I mean, there are so many of them. It's just probably something like 300 or more than that contact finders. So by putting that name in, you'll find all the information that these websites have on that particular person. Could be email addresses, could be other social networks, and so on. The link that I shared there, if you can copy and paste it, should actually do a lookup for Brian Fink. But if not, then I will post the abbreviated or shortcut of the custom search engine all by itself here. So let me try that. I'm going to shorten it with bit.ly and post that. Might be a little bit easier. Create bit.ly. Okay. Oh, I'm going to make that lowercase. Meta people. Save changes. Okay. Should work. Try this. Should be a little bit easier to type now. There we go. Try that. srcn.co/meta people. And when you go there, it should take you to my meta people search. And just type in a name. Could be a username, could be first name, last name, and you'll see all of the results that you can get on that person from so many different sources. I can't even remember. It's well over 300. It's probably closer to like 400 different destinations. So there you have it. That is the scary Halloween tip for today. Thanks. Have a happy and safe Halloween, everybody. See you later. See you next week. Bye-bye.